Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. In the beginning of the season of roller coasters, today I'm going to be following a very popular trend and doing a tier maker list for North American amusement parks. Just a disclaimer, I have not visited all of these parks. I visited, I think, roughly half, maybe a little bit less than half of all of these, and I think all parks are great in the sense that they have roller coasters and they're just fun to walk around in, but some are better than others, and today I'm going to be giving my take on really just, those what I appreciate more than others. Just one, I think another disclaimer is I tend to be a little bit overly positive when it comes to ranking things. I think I'm going to have a lot more in the S, A, and B tier than the D and F. My projection is that I'm going to have the most C parks because I think that to be a B park, you have to have a cross between a nice park and then roller coasters. And then C, I think it's one or the other, whereas A and S are just kind of elite tier of those other two things I mentioned. So let's start off. F. I think Michigan's Adventure. I have not visited, but just based on their lineup and the general park pictures that I have seen, I think it does tend to be one of the weaker parks. People don't really like to go there because there's not much there to ride, to be honest with you, and I think it could be a lot better if it had, a bit more of a standout coaster. Let's go for another F. We're going to go with Frontier City. Frontier City. I do think that this could be a really good park if Six Flags were to invest a little bit more into it. Of course, it just got acquired, so we're going to give them some time. But for the time being, I think it's just a nice little average park. I think that's everything that I wanted to go for F. I'm not going to be one of those people and put La Ronde there. I do think La Ronde is it's slightly better than most people make it out to be, so La Ronde's not going to be an F for me, but it is going to be a D. La Ronde seems like a lot of fun because of the two main coasters they have. The park may not be too nice, but, sometimes roller coasters are what I'm there for. We're going to put Six Flags, Great Adventure. I'm not even going to explain myself there. I hate that park. Like after El Toro and basically Batman the Ride and Nitro, the lineup just kind of plummets, so that's why it's going to be ranked there. Six Flags there. Let's go with Mexico there as well. Great Escape's going to be an F. Forgot to mention that. Hate that park. I think that's all for F, maybe. We're going to go with for D. For Worlds of Fun, again, I haven't really been, so I can't judge, but just based on their lineup, it doesn't seem like the best. I think Canada's Wonderland is going to be... No, it's not going to be a C. That's a little bit too harsh. Let's be real. So California's Great America is going to be a C. Six Flags Over Georgia is going to be a C. Six Flags St. Louis is going to be a C. Texas, New England is going to be there. I like New England a lot. Their top two is superb. And the park is just generally kind of fun to walk around compared to Six Flags Great Adventure, which is next door. We're going to go with Dorney Park, D, forgot to mention that one. SeaWorld, I think all the SeaWorlds, or the SeaWorlds will go here, not the Busch Gardens, those go much higher. Discovery Kingdom is probably going to go D. I'm going to move Great Adventure up, that's pretty low, it's pretty harsh. Let's go with Kentucky Kingdom, probably. Darien Lake is going to go there. I think that's good for the first three tiers we have here. Let's move on to that's just the next park. Next tier, B. We're going to go with King's Dominion. It might seem really low, but I just did not have the greatest visit at this park. You can go check out my review or vlog of that park, and you'll just find that the experience I had was not really in correspondence with the quality that I was expecting. But I think that was just experience-based. I do hope to revisit that soon and hopefully get a better feel. Fiesta Texas is going to be there too. Fiesta Texas is probably the best rounded Six Flags park. Magic Mountain. I'm visiting Magic Mountain very, very soon. In less than a month. We're going to check exactly when. Yes, in less than a month. I'm very excited for that. It's going to be really fun. Let's go with my pardon, I forgot Valley Fair. Wow. Valley Fair is going to be a D. I had a very fun experience, but just in terms of park quality, I don't think it's quite comparable to that of the C or B tiers. Carowinds is going to be a B for me. I had a very fun time at that park. to be honest with you. In fact, I almost want to put it at A, but there's not too much theming. I have not visited with Copperhead Strike. I did visit about a year ago, and I really enjoyed my visit. I think once I visit with Copperhead Strike, possibly could be an A tier, because launch coasters are awesome. But Kansas Wonderland is going to be a B from me. I've never visited, however, Yukon Striker looks great. Doesn't really appeal to me, quite frankly, the park just in general. Fury is an okay coaster in my opinion, which means Leviathan probably isn't as good. B&M Hypers aren't really my type, so Behemoth would be just kind of average for me. And just generally, I don't think the park really would appeal to me. Theming definitely isn't my big expertise, I guess, or passion when it comes to roller coasters. I generally tend to prefer the ride experiences, which is why I don't think Canada's Wonderland will be an A for me, like most people say. But things might change when I finally visit. We're going to go with Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay, and Williamsburg here. You know what? I'm actually going to change that. We're going to go with that, like that. I think Williamsburg may be a little bit better. I've only visited the Tampa component, and I was very, very young, so my opinions have faded. Holiday Park, same thing. My opinions have really faded since I visited it about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, so definitely. Kings Island's going to be a C for me. Good park, but really only 2 standout coasters for me, along with Beast. Beast is pretty fun. At A, we're going to have Dollywood and Silver Dollar City. Both of these parks accomplish theming very well, very charmful, it's not a word, and very nice parks. S is going to be Hershey Park. Cedar Point, and A is going to be not too very far. Now let me explain this. Hershey Park used to be my home park, so I am obviously incredibly biased. Yes, Cedar Point, self-explanatory. Busch Gardens, Dollywood, Silver Dollar City, and Knott's all have sort of the same idea. They all combine good roller coasters with incredible charm. King's Dominion, these two Six Flags, a couple of these parks, I think they're B's because while they are very charming, I think they either lack a little bit of one of the 2 categories, theming or roller coasters. The only difference here is Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. I really think that could be an A. But when I visited, I didn't really get the full coaster experience because I wasn't tall enough to ride any of the B&M coasters yet, so that's why. C, again, all of these parks either do theming or coasters well and lack the other, so that's why that happens. And D is just kind of only roller coasters. There's really no park here that has good theming. And then F is just, you don't want to mess with those parks. It's like it's the hood for amusement parks right there. Frontier City, I'm sure it's charming and all, but I mean, what's their best roller coaster? Like Diamondback, and then you got Great Escape Lodge, Six Flags Great Escape. I think there's nothing really there that stands out. Michigan's Adventure, you have Shivering Timbers, but again, I think the park just doesn't really own up to one good roller coaster. So that wraps up my thoughts on this tier list. Definitely really fun to make. Really hard as well. Many of these parks are interchangeable. I would love to put Dollywood at S tier, but they're missing that second elite coaster, in my opinion. And then you have Darien Lake. I would love to put that higher. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, that wraps up my thoughts on this tier list. Be sure to go check it out yourself. It's pretty fun to do. I'll drop a link in the description. And thanks for watching, everyone.